Hello, everyone, and how are you doing today? It is I, your host, Dr. Crow, and welcome to Crow's Comic Talk. Today, we are going to be talking about a webcomic called Abnormal Alliance, and joining me is special guest and creator of said comic, David Aragon.
Well, no, not so special. Let's be honest. Come on.
Like, well, you made a comic, and I want to talk about your comics. So I think that makes you special enough
Oh,
for today, at least.
well, all right.
All right, so I know a couple of people are probably going to be asking what's Abnormal Alliance. So, David, would you like to give us the skinny of what your comic's about?
Oh yeah, well, basically they are people with superpowers that are really not really equipped to do the superhero stuff. They're very self-obsessed and awkward and just not motivated or motivated by the wrong reasons. They're not very good. Uh, they're not very good people, but they're the only superheroes. So
The only superheroes who can get the job done. It's almost
exactly.
as if like a sitcom cast became a group of superheroes.
Right. Yeah. I'm a sucker for sitcoms. I love Seinfeld and Friends and
Yeah, that's exactly what I thought. It's friends if they
right.
were superheroes.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Their heart's in the right place
Exactly.
sometimes.
Yeah. Because I've seen The Voice and stuff like that, and I didn't want to. I love mocking superhero stuff because I love superhero stuff, but I didn't want to be super mean about it. So this is kind of like I think some balance in a way.
Yeah, a lot of the modern deconstructions of superheroes, you would
Yeah.
say it's dark and gritty and
Right.
violent. This one, it takes it more comical. It just
Yeah.
like
Yeah. When
what
it's
if they
not
were inept? What if they
right.
were non altruistic?
Yeah, exactly. It's not like they make some mistakes, and I acknowledge their mistakes, but they're not like world-ending mistakes. Like I don't know, I don't know, like taking hostage a town because you miss your husband, right? Like stuff like that.
They're not murderous psychopaths. They're
Exactly.
just. I almost would say they're almost like college frat boys sometimes.
Yeah. At least two of them.
Slender Dad, hello. Good to see you. Good to see you.
Hello.
So I am going to pull up your comic here. Bring us back to the first page because I want to introduce each character as they kind of come into your story,
Oh, sweet.
and we can talk about the characters.
Hell yeah.
All right, so we start off here in the city of New Yorkshire,
Yeah.
which is I like that.
Oh, thank you. I I don't know where it came from. I think I saw I've seen plenty, right, of like fake cities like Townsville or
Down
oh what's another one?
Metropolis, Gotham,
Right.
is
Yeah. Right. But yeah,
San Francisco. It's just
yeah. Yeah. I always thought, well, their names in most city names of America, they're like old names from England, right? And in Mexico, it's the same. It's like a lot of cities are just renamed after Spain,
yeah,
Spain cities.
that's very true for at least the East in
Yeah.
Midwest areas of America. As you go further west, it becomes more Spanish influenced.
Oh, true, true.
Yeah, but I think that has a lot to do with just like the Spaniards were there first in those regards.
Oh, exactly. Yeah.
Uh, so we've got New Yorkshire, and we have an interview happening with. Uh, would you say he's the main character of the comic? He's at least the leading member of the
Uh,
ensemble.
yeah. At this point, yeah, they are.
Yeah.
he is. I mean,
Well,
the main guy.
I wonder who Bugman was inspired by.
Well, yeah, it's a bit embarrassing, but yeah, this comic started as some sort of a. It started as a self-insert fantasy, but but you know, I realized how stupid it was, so I was like, well, at least I'm gonna make it a comedy, and at least I'm gonna laugh at myself a little bit.
The self inserts. Most people, when they do self inserts, they make the self insert like cool and super rad, and everybody
Yeah,
loves him. Now everybody
right.
hates Bugman. He's the leader of the group, but nobody respects him.
No, nobody.
Right. So tell us a bit about Bugman outside of him just being a self insert.
Well, you know, it's obviously parody of Spider-Man, but I was thinking like, well, how could he be like Beetle Man now? I don't know, like Cricket Man now, Cockroach Man now, and then I was like, what's a good bug name? Bug Man. Oh, Bug Man.
Just go with the Bugman. He's every
Right.
bug.
Yeah. Basically,
He's got the power to be a bother.
exactly. And so yeah, he's you know, uh, an unassuming guy. He used to be a janitor, as you'll see far into the comic. I haven't like written this into the main story, but he wanted to be a writer, so he moved to New Yorkshire, but ended up as a janitor.
Oh, that struggle's too real.
Yeah. And so yeah, he's not he's just an unassuming guy who kind of became the first superhero in this city.
Yep, and he got his superpowers. He went off, stopped crime, and here we got
Right.
alien invasion, a la Avengers.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. I thought it was gonna be a good event to get them all together, because you know sometimes to get characters together you kind of require a bunch of contrivance and convenience. And in this regard, I thought, well, if it's a centric sort of laser, and everyone will want to go to it and stop it, right?
Yeah, big enough conflict that attracts a lot of attention.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
so Bugman heads off into battle. He starts fighting these aliens,
Yeah.
and we'll get to the villains after we introduce each of the characters.
All right.
And here we see our second character, uh,
Demoness.
Demoness. Yes,
Yeah.
I have a hard time with names. I
That's fine.
know I'm going to mess up at least two of them.
So, yeah.
So we got Demoness. So it's just there's that self insert, huh?
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. It's a problem with me that my imagination runs wild.
It's like she's beautiful. We're gonna get
Yeah.
married and we're gonna have kids and grow old together and just
Exactly.
tell us about Demoness. Where's the inspiration for her come from?
Oh well, you know. So you know how when we're kids and we see TV shows or movies, we get a sort of an awakening. We get our type of women or men
It's like,
from that.
oh,
Yeah.
that's what
So
puberty is.
yeah, basically, you know. But I kind of got there with, you know, like this Christina Applegate type of woman, or what would you call it? Selena? No, not Selena. Oh, Felicia Hardy, the black cat from the Spider-Man series.
Yes.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah,
So
yeah, Black
that's
Cat.
that's the physical inspiration, right? And then the purple eyes I took from the Song of Ice and Fire books I was reading, and I was like, oh yeah, purple eyes. You know the what are the name?
Targaryens?
Targaryens, right? The Targaryens have purple eyes in the books, and I thought that's pretty cool. And yeah, the powers. Well, I've always loved demons as a concept, and so her powers come from that that fascination, I guess, and but also magic. So kind of a parody of Raven and a parody of the Scarlet Witch.
Yeah, I love her little mask that she wears into battle. This with the
Yeah,
horns on
that
it.
that mask changed a little bit because someone pointed out that it looked like underwear on the face.
That
Yeah.
actually makes it funnier, though.
What?
That makes it funnier, though.
Oh, well, true, yeah, but I also like drawing mouth and, well, the mouths.
I love Research Rodriguez. Space
Hello.
junk porn mask.
Yeah, it also looks like
A gimp
what's the
mask.
camps? Yeah, the the sadist people, yeah,
I will
or
say the part
masochist.
about her design I like the most is the how her clothing makes a pentagram with the straps.
Oh yeah, yeah, I saw that on Pinterest, and I was like, oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it drags the eyes to a very particular feature about her.
Of course, of course.
Character is how you know she's a well-rounded character.
Well, what can I say? I believe in fan service.
And so it's nice. Researcher Rodriguez, why does the mask feel like underwear piece? Use this
We
right
were
there.
just talking about this. Yeah,
We
we were
just
just
mentioned
talking about it.
that.
But yeah, that's why it changes, Mr. Rodriguez. That's why it changes, or Mrs. I don't know.
Did you just assume his gender?
Oh no. And so yeah,
This
this
is
next one.
one of my favorite ones.
Oh, this is
This is
Proxy.
Proxy.
Yeah, Dean Diamond. He's a streamer. He's a millionaire streamer.
he's, he's obviously a joke about Iron Man in a sense.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I thought, well, imagine Iron Man, but he's a YouTuber and he's not a genius.
Let's fucking write my ninjas.
Oh yeah, yeah. The whole PewDiePie thing was happening at the time when I was making it. And I thought, oh, it would be pretty funny if he almost says the N word every time.
He's black.
Well, I mean, no, he's
Oh,
from Saudi Arabia. I
oh well.
mean,
Apparently, I'm racist.
his father is, well. It's not. It doesn't show in the comic up until like later. Yeah.
So I'm only half racist. Got
Yeah.
it. I love the Proxy face. It's
Yeah.
just
Oh
like
yeah.
this little pixelated.
I am proud of that mask design. I gotta say.
Yeah. Proxy's design does not update much as
No,
you go through
no.
this throughout the years.
Yeah, on phase two it does change, but phase two comes after chapter four.
Yeah. But chapter 4 just started, I believe, right?
Exactly. Yeah, that's
Yep.
right.
Hey, timing. Love it. Big super arm laser.
Yeah.
Love it. And now here comes probably the fan favorite character
Yeah, that's a fan favorite.
for very obvious reasons.
I don't know. Is it obvious?
I don't know. She just kills Proxy. Not a word. She kills
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, that's a joke. That's actually a stolen joke from Sleepy Cabin. I don't know if any of you know about that, but one of the members was talking about that in New York. He was saying, in New York, you see girls walking down the street with high heels, and you're like, whoa. And then they fall on their fucking face, and you're like, whoa. That was funny.
So, Ju Tien. I
Jui
cannot
Tian.
Ju Tien,
Yeah, Jui Tian Xuanu.
the Chinese god of war and sexuality.
That's a real deity. I
It's
I
a
swear to
real.
God.
I know it's a
I
real deity.
I googled it for like 5 minutes. Okay, I was like gods of war, and then she showed it up, and I was like, oh, that's perfect because in comics you get these women who dress up in a very provocative and sexy way, but they never behave like how they were. You know what I mean? They're always so serious, and but they dress up very provocative. And so I thought
Provocative.
it would be really funny if you had a very, I don't know, let's say thoughty, a very lusty character.
Actually behaves the way she dress.
Exactly.
Space junk. Proxy can just replace his proxy with his infinite money every next scene. He does.
Yeah.
He loses a proxy almost every comic, doesn't he?
Oh no, just this one.
Just this one? Oh,
Yeah.
you need to fix that.
Yeah, true. I'm gonna put that on chapter 4 now that you mention it.
And of course, we got her big phoenix as well.
Oh yeah, that's Feng Huan.
Finn.
I mean, phoenix in Chinese, right? Like, but apparently the Chinese phoenix is not a bird made of fire. But I thought, what the hell?
It looks cool.
Yeah.
Real cool. So then we, of course, we got aliens come in. Greatest gag in the first thing. It's like, who are you?
I forgot.
I forgot.
Yeah, because they're always asking, "Who are you? Who are you? Who are you?" Like that. They're instead of focusing on the fight, and Demoness is like, "Let's focus on the fight, please."
This is overly long introduction scenes because it's literally almost everybody's first time meeting each other.
Exactly. Yeah.
Because I think at this point, only Bugman and Proxy have met.
Oh well, they're
Or is
they're
that just a
aware
little
of each
throwaway
other.
line?
Proxy is aware of Bugman
Yeah.
because he's on the.
All right. Who the
well,
fuck are you?
yeah, Bugman also, does video content, but it's more like Patreon stuff to fund his life, right? And so he kind of took the limelight away from Proxy, and it gets explained later.
After that gag, we get to meet the coolest character, the best character.
Oh, you like him, huh?
Yes, I love him. He's favorite. No words. Shows up, car, rocket launcher, blows him the fuck up. That is America, baby. Yeah.
I'm a big fan of America. I'm Mexican, but I grew up with all of your stuff, so a big fan.
You're welcome. I just love it. And then he's like, "Who the fuck are you freaks?" Meanwhile, Demoness is like, "Can we focus on one task at a time?"
Yeah. She's the straight man in this regard.
Which is funny because as we go on, Bugman really becomes the straight man of the group.
True. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. I think it's because he feels the weight of being the leader because he was the first superhero, so he feels like he has to kind of like point them in the right direction.
Yeah. Best shot of the comic right there.
Yeah, because he's like, okay, cover our ass, and he's like, well, you mean cover our 6, and Dean's like, no, that's a 10.
That's a 10. And then, of course, we got one more character we got to introduce.
Exactly. Yeah.
I love this shot.
Thank you.
Like, you get it. You really get it. See, you threw a Mexican flag in there too, but it's all right.
Well, I do feel a little bit of national pride here and there.
And I can never remember his name. I'm sorry.
No, that's fine. He was well back in the day when I started, and you can't find that first chapter, but he was called Hunk.
Hunk.
Yeah, and then I thought, well, maybe it's too similar to Hulk, so maybe I'll just name him some Hindu god. And then I googled Hindu gods, and lo and behold, there's a Hindu god who's red, has 2 faces, 2 heads, and 3 legs. And then I thought, oh, that's funny. So he's called Agni. like acne, but with a G.
Agony.
Acne,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, agony. Yeah. Uh,
It's a little complicated.
People from Latin America got inspired with a lot of good stuff from the U.S. Yeah,
That's true.
kind of the reason why we don't like the new stuff. No.
But by far, our Lord and Savior is Goku. You know that.
Yes,
So
Goku.
Japan's got you beat on that a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
So Agni comes in, smashes the thing, blows it up, kills all
Yeah.
the aliens, just
Oh
like
yeah.
the Avengers. And it's like, oh, no,
Very
that's convenient.
convenient. Yeah.
The people are saved.
Yeah. I mean the three legs.
Three
Kind
legs.
of. Yeah.
No.
Oh fuck.
And he shrinks back down to Bugman's roommate. Oh, what a twist.
Exactly. Yeah.
And then they go out to get pizza. A
Exactly.
pizza.
Yeah, I never understood in Avengers, when Tony's like, "Oh, let's get shawarma," and I was like, "What the fuck is shawarma? You live in New York, get a pizza."
Get a pizza. You should go get a pizza, yeah. And then, of course, we have everybody just talking, getting,
Yeah,
everybody's talking about their origin stories at this point, I believe.
yeah, yeah, yeah. This little guy, Algernon Ansari, he's a very autistic, very Asperger, but he was working on a serum to have uh, muscle mass, but the only kind of like thing he was working on is having the muscle mass without losing mental faculties. That's why when he turns, he behaves like a caveman essentially.
He almost becomes like a little child.
Yeah, yeah, but then he wasn't ready. The invasion started, so he needed to turn to defend himself.
Yeah. That's the only choice he had.
Yeah,
I love this. Hey, at least I didn't do the human testing with homeless people.
yeah,
Fucking
yeah. Like I
excuse
said,
me.
like I said, he's very Asperger. So he was working for an evil research company, and he didn't know like what he was doing was wrong. So the janitor had to point it out. In this case, Blake Buckman, I mean, had to point it out.
Yep. And that's how he became Bookman.
Well, Algernon points out that Blake injected himself because he heard one of the side effects was something he wanted.
Phallus enlargement. Your facial expression is fantastic.
Oh, thanks. I got inspired by One Punch Man on that one.
It's a good place. And then we
But
get.
yeah.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I mean that maybe he was selfish, but he did use his powers for the greater good after that. So
Yeah. And Proxy actually walks in.
yeah,
I'm Dean Diamond. Nobody knows who the fuck he is.
yeah, no, exactly, because you got an old guy, a god, a demon from hell, and and then Blake, who's just is just mildly aware. Oh yeah,
I
he's
love
the
this. You're the one that said the N word. Fuck, do you own a robot with heavy weaponry? Gets my dad. I just love it. He's a rich, spoiled child.
Yeah, I mean, during that time, there was a video of like a sheik walking down with a big robot bodyguard, and that's the big one, and so I got inspired by that. Oh, give me a few minutes. Someone's at the door.
All right. So while he's answering the door, real quick, down in the description below is a link to the Tapas site that has Abnormal Alliance, as well as David's Patreon. Does Proxy have a TikTok? Proxy probably would have a TikTok. I would absolutely believe that. As the Proxy robot do dances on the TikTok. We'll just go ahead and mute him so we don't hear his whole conversation there. Let's see here. How about you guys come up with some questions though that David can answer them when he gets back real quick? And I'll get to dropping those. What I was going to do? I was going to. I'll drop the link in the description in the chat so you guys can read it too. And there we go. Dropping that into the chat. So yeah, Abnormal Alliance. I really like everything about this series. We get into the Demoness. I love this. Well, you see, I was born and raised in hell. Venezuela? Love that. And I love Demoness's backstory. She's summoned to the so Demoness is summoned into the Earth world. Oh,
hello, hello.
Welcome
Sorry.
back.
Yeah,
right?
I was selling my old graphics card, and so the guy came right at this moment, obviously, right?
At this moment, at this time,
yeah.
at this time of day, at this part of the country, at this time of year, solely localized in your kitchen.
Yes.
We got a question from Slender Dad. Are there long story arcs planned?
Oh yes. I mean, I hope that I'm not falling into like a trap of getting too serious with this, but I just can't. I just couldn't help thinking about some serious sort of developments. But yeah, you know, Bugman and Demoness have a bit of a rocky relationship, waiting for them.
Yeah, and we probably won't go that too far into comics. I want people to have reasons to go read the comics, so we're just probably going to go over the first chapter.
By the way, if you don't have time to read, right? There are the first two chapters were made into motion comics. I don't know if you guys are aware of Watchmen, the motion comic, kind of like that.
Ooh, that's cool.
You can check it out. Let me fetch you a link because
yeah,
probably.
If you just drop the link into the private chat here, and I'll be able to pop it into the description for everybody to go and take a look.
Oh, okay. You can Google search in YouTube Abnormal Alliance and it shows.
YouTube Abnormal Alliance. All right. So we going over everybody's backstories. Demoness.
Oh yeah.
Her dad. I was born and raised in hell. Venezuela?
couldn't help but this Venezuela a little bit.
I love everything that comes out of his mouth. It is just he's so old he doesn't give a fuck.
and I've censored a lot of jokes that he could say because TOS.
Just look at this here.
Oh yeah, inspired by Oni NG's Leo and Satan.
She's grew up basically a normal girl in hell.
Yeah, yeah, she's a princess. Basically just grew up on a tower, but learned to play metal on any every instrument and learned black magic.
I just love
Oh,
being summoned from hell. It's you're sitting there playing on your drums, and then suddenly you're naked in a pool of blood, surrounded by a bunch of naked people.
it happens, you know.
It happens.
Oh yeah, the naked thing is reference to Hereditary and Rosemary's Baby. What else? The Witch. You know, there's a bunch of like naked Satanists in media.
I just love it. She lied to this cult to get out of hell by telling them that she was going to bring about the end times.
They just assumed, okay, she didn't lie. But now she falls in love with Earth like immediately. You know, the grass feels so good. The sky is beautiful. The little chipmunks. Oh,
I just love this. Fucking squirrels, pools,
oh yeah, the
dinners,
weather. Yeah, the food.
aliens. It's just,
Yeah, suddenly his I mean suddenly her dream world is attacked. So she gathers her courage
gotta
and
defend it. Gotta
yeah,
defend what you love.
exactly.
Stupid question thought. How much have you left as a buffer pages? I have seen people not prepare that much ahead.
Oh, buffer pages.
Yeah.
Well, I do make some like mini comics that are not really connected. I mean, they are connected sometimes, and sometimes they're not. Those mini comics, kind of like self-contained stories, maybe
Yeah,
just 1 or 2 page jokes.
most of them are centered around like holidays, I
Yeah,
believe, right?
exactly. Yeah, yeah,
You guys should go see the ones with Valentine's Day. You get good views on those.
yeah. I love making those.
And I love the fact that, God, I'm going to get the name fucking
Oh,
wrong again.
Juitian.
Ewing Tin. I'm just going to call her Julie.
Yeah, that's fine.
So Ju Tien, she's like, oh, Satan, I know him. He's cool. It explains
Oh,
where all the
maybe.
gods are during this time period.
Yeah, yeah. I did that before that last awful Thor movie, so I I get points for that, I suppose. They're just in heaven wasting time.
And never wasting time. Everybody, all religions are correct. I love. I just
Yeah,
love that answer.
yeah, basically, kind of like American Gods, the that show, or I mean, I think it was a graphic novel before,
Yeah, it was the Neil Gaiman
right?
work. Uh, it's just like, and she just came down to Earth because she was bored.
Exactly. Just wanted to
I
fight.
just wanted to fight. She wanted to go to China, but the president wouldn't leave her the fuck alone.
No, man. Yeah, you can't have someone like her living on China.
No. So she's like, I came to America. I love this running gag. It's like god of sexuality and warfare, killing things.
No, he knows about war. He's a gamer, but he wants to know more about sex, and so they go to the bathrooms.
You're not ready for this. So what's your story, Mister? I love this. I love
Oh yeah,
this.
yeah, but he's a very Bugman knows about the Green Beret, so
Yep. Uh, My name is Steven Stern. I was born in the year 1776. I was the general who conquered the most land for America. I love it. This shaman curses him with immortality, but he don't give a shit.
yeah, yeah, he didn't care about it. He was like, "Oh, I'm immortal now. Cool."
Cool.
Yeah,
And he just goes off. He becomes a Union soldier. He goes on a cowboy. Goes to Nam,
that's right.
and then gets fat and lazy.
I mean, they just didn't use him as much as they used to. America has now drones and hackers and
Yeah, the world has gone cyber on him. He's just I always love the trope of old the old guy who's just he's become outdated, but he's just a badass in every way.
exactly. Yeah, I love that too.
But he but he's outdated. He's from like the previous world. He should have retired like 30 years ago.
Yeah, yeah, but I mean he can't because he's immortal. So
He can't. He's going to be in his 30s forever.
exactly.
I love how he has different beard styles too throughout the ages. That's a nice
Yeah.
touch. I really like it.
Oh, thank you.
And he's like suddenly aliens. He's like, oh fuck yeah!
I mean, they made the same mistake as the Japanese
And the
and the
Arabs
Saudis.
like that. They don't like those names. They'll ruin your life by making use of the second. I love that. I'm not
I
afraid to defend my First Amendment rights
you gotta
by
fe-
making
you
use
got
of the second.
you gotta defend your amendments, man.
He'll walk again in a couple of days.
I mean, he asked for it, yeah.
And here's a reference to
Oh,
another group.
yeah, yeah, little reference there.
So where are we going to stay? It's just fucking fantastic.
Oh yeah,
I love
because
it. Proxy just has everything they need.
yeah, I mean they lost their home, so he Dean is not that bad of a guy. He lets them live with him.
I love it. The Alliance will return. Maybe. Probably later.
Yeah, I wasn't very sure that back then.
She's only had
Oh yeah,
Next 7 Normal Alliance, chapter 1. You guys really should go read this. This is fun.
oh thanks. Yeah, I mean I try, and I'm also working on other things that are not comedy focused, but I wanted to build an audience before I release those.
I mean, Zeus is either at a brothel or a strip club. Yeah.
So that's Zeus, man. He's a mad lad.
Zeus. So yeah, I really do like this comic.
Oh, thank you,
So,
thank you.
uh, so let's go ahead and talk about some of the villains that you got going on in the comics. We got the alien invaders. I believe they just came back again in chapter 3, the
Right.
last chapter you did.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're going to be a big central thing through chapter 4. It looks like.
Yeah, basically the overlord comes and presents himself and his reasons to attack Earth, which are not stupid at all.
Of course not. I'm sure they're totally logical and reasonable.
Exactly. But yeah, that's the first villain, and then afterwards they face off against. Well, I guess I've kind of teased that they may fight the devil at some point.
Yeah, obviously the devil is going to be something because chapter 2 centers around Demoness, almost
Right.
specifically.
Yeah, she. I just thought I'm gonna make a chapter that's kind of like just some sort of I don't know, not an invasion, right? So something with less stakes. But it turned out to be longer than the first one.
Well, we get some good character development in it because
Yeah,
we get to explore the relationship between three characters specifically. It's Bugman, Demoness, and Proxy kind of take the forefront.
exactly.
Um,
Yeah, because Dean wants to get in on that demon pussy, that
demon action, yeah.
that doozy, and but Blake loves the demon so
Simp.
but he's got everything against him. He's not rich, he's not ripped, he's not charismatic, or not that much charismatic.
Why do I feel that the chapter could be I am taking my little girl back home, devil dad mode.
Well, yeah, I guess you'll be surprised by how the devil behaves and what are his, I guess, intentions with little Sammy.
Yeah, I really do like the comic. I really do.
Oh, I'm
I,
glad, man.
I don't. It's because there's always been this problem, especially with superhero things lately. Is that it's like everything's too jokey without actually being funny,
Right.
or they're deconstructing superheroes, but it's always ending up. What if Superman was evil? What if Superman was a jerk?
Yeah, yeah, exactly, right.
It's like that gets tiring
Right.
after a while.
Yeah, yeah. I remember, back in, I mean, 10 years ago. Wow. 10 years ago when Man of Steel happened, I was
God,
all
that
for
was
it.
10 years ago.
Yeah. And I was all for it because I was the right age. I was an edgy teen, and I was like, "Yeah, Superman used to be boring and shit." But now that everything is nihilistic, I was like, now I get why Superman worked. Because he was the beacon of light, and it's not about what he does with his powers that's impressive. Is what he doesn't do with his powers that's impressive. That sort of um, resilience to like instead of taking over the world, he helps it.
Yeah, he helps. He saves the world.
Exactly, and that's pretty cool.
Yeah, yeah. It's like that movie absolutely missed the plot.
No,
Where
definitely.
they basically made Superman General Zod.
Yeah, basically, and General Zod was made into, I don't know,
Even
it's just
worse,
some
General Zod.
some idiot. Yeah, because at first I was like, oh, well, that's cool. He's doing a coup. That's interesting. But then he comes to Earth and he's like, okay, let's make this world where we're gods. No, no, let's turn it back to something where we're just normal people.
Yeah, we could be gods here. Nah, we're gonna terraform it. You don't need to terraform this planet. It's livable.
Exactly. Yeah, man. And then yeah, that's actually how also I got into writing because I saw these movies and I thought, no, no, here's a better idea, and I would talk about it with my friends, but they wouldn't give a fuck. So I would just go to Word, open a Word document and start writing.
Yeah, that's how you get it done. And then we end up with this crazy masterpiece.
Well,
Which I believe before you shut down your Discord, you just announced that it was like number 4 on Global Comics
oh yeah, basically in the comedy section.
in the comedy section. Hey, but hey, comedy's a big part of comics,
Yeah, true.
and being number 4 on a whole thing, that's nothing to sneeze at.
Yeah, I feel fortunate about it honestly because it started as this little dumb thing.
The comic is bad because it's not edgy enough. Where's the blood? Where are the tears? That's in chapter 3.
Oh, yeah, there are some tears, there's some blood.
Where's the angst? Like,
I
I
angst. I
just
don't
loved
know.
it. There's a lot of memorable moments. Like in chapter 3, very early on, is just Demoness and Bugman hanging out in his room, and he's just venting his frustrations to her, but she's barely paying attention as she's practicing her teleportation spell on all his stuff. And just
Well,
zap, zap, zap. Where's all my stuff? Oh, it's somewhere.
I need an excuse to have her, you know, um, know how to teleport, but not overdo it. Not like have it be overpowered. Yeah.
Uh, Here's my favorite mini comic. I want to take a look at this mini comic of yours.
Oh, sure. Let's see.
Conflict resolution.
Oh.
And this came out right as Was this inspired by Black
Black
Panther
Panther
2? Any
2, Wakanda and Boogaloo. That's right.
Wakanda movie?
Yeah, everyone in Mexico, well, not everyone. I mean, some people in Mexico were creaming their pants that, oh, this Mexican namor, namor, and I was like, it's shit. Like,
They made him a border hopper.
yeah, it's like what? It's so shitty, and the actor who plays him is such an asshole, and I just
He's such an asshole. First
yeah,
off, Namor Greek.
right, exactly. It's like okay, if you're gonna change everything about Namor, change his fucking name, and get rid of his little wings in the in the ankles.
Made him a fucking border hopper. What was the joke Critical Drinker was making at one point? It's so Wakanda is land vibranium.
Yeah,
Namor is water vibranium. We're just missing fire and air.
air. Yeah, basically.
Then we
Ah,
can
but
have a
they wish,
vibranium avatar.
but they wish they were as good as Avatar. Goddamn.
So I just love this. They're flying in on their
Oh,
ship.
yeah, that's the A wing. That'll be, you know,
the
it.
the abnormal alliance because you got to have the ship be the shape of the letters of your team name.
I mean,
That is
it's
a
it's
rule in comics. It has to be done.
it's aerodynamic, you know.
It is. Everyone relax. We come to bring you democracy and Christianity.
Whoa, whoa, he's joking.
You told me I told you not to make that joke. Hey, we wanted them to stop fighting each other, right? I just love it. It worked.
I legit thought that the ending of Black Panther 2 was gonna be that you know the white people were to blame for their conflict.
And kind of.
Well, I guess. But no, I wasn't prepared for the idiocy of that film.
I just want to point out this guy right here in the front.
Yeah.
He looks so bored. It's just like, he is not into this. And it's like, this is the dumbest fight I've been a part of.
Yeah, that was totally on purpose by my part. Yeah, that was like a 4D chess, you know.
The 40 chess. Like 40 chess with a 2D board. It's checkers.
Yeah, I've been playing checkers.
Just wanted to show that one off. It's very. Let's show off another one. Where's another good one?
Oh, they're all good ones.
They are all good ones. Everybody should go read all of them right now. Let's look at how much.
Yeah, I dipped my toes on animation a little bit, and
Just a little bit. I love it.
Yeah.
Look bad. Pondering.
Oh.
Ignorance a different. Well, I don't really know. Don't really care either. Boo.
Yeah, good. A little stolen joke.
There's one. I'm trying to remember which one it is. It's Holiday Special, where they make the joke that all holidays are the same.
Yeah, you know, you eat a lot, you watch something related, and you dress up.
Yeah. You dress up, watch TV, eat. Dress up, watch TV, eat. This one guy's always on his phone.
Yeah, exactly.
Just Juneteenth's right. Holidays are dumb.
Oh.
Didn't even show up. It's just all.
Yeah, man, it's rough.
It's like I like repeat gags like this. So did you draw this each and every time, or did you just copy paste it down?
I did some, I guess, a base. I had a base, and then I drew on top.
I love the movie.
Oh
I love
yeah,
the movie Steven's watching in the background. His Turbo Man.
yeah. He's Jingle All the Way. I
Jingle All
love
the
that
Way. Yeah,
movie.
that's what it's called. I know what that movie's called. Shut up.
I love that movie.
Kids these days. Wouldn't your kids rather be doing something outside? No, we can't just go outside and shoot terrorists, can we? Not with that attitude. Of course you can, Sonny.
Of course you can. What do you mean?
Yeah, you can. Sure can.
That's like all he did for the past decades, you know.
He was 76. Western expansion was early 1800s, so that's what he's been doing for almost 200 years. Actually, it's getting closer to 300 years. Oh,
yeah, that's right.
5 de Mayo.
Yeah.
Taco Tuesday on a Wednesday. Today we celebrate the independence of Mexico. That doesn't sound right. Cinco de Mayo is the celebration of a single battle that Mexicans won against the French in the city of
Puebla.
Battling the French. That's
Almost.
nothing I know about. Jesus.
I know.
He's just so fucking jaded. Oh, now they avoided being a French colony. That's something. They held back the occupation for a while, but the French came back and occupied most of the country anyway. Shut up.
It's true. I mean,
do you want some fucking tacos or not?
And
great facial expression.
Fun fact, here Cinco de Mayo is, we get the day off, but that's it. We don't really celebrate as much. But back in other places, especially the U.S., is like huge.
I don't know why.
Yeah, I don't know either. It should be the 16th of September, if anything.
It's like everybody's got Cinco de Mayo decorations up, and it's like, but Mr. Josephstein, we're not Mexico. Why are we celebrating a Mexican holiday?
Yeah, it also is like it was just one battle.
Just one battle. New Orleans goes crazy for Cinco de Mayo.
Oh, wow.
Then again, New Orleans wants a reason to party whenever they can.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I can't fault them for that.
Yeah.
And like let's be clear. I don't mind. I don't mind like at all. I don't believe in cultural appropriation. Sorry if I mentioned something kind of a little bit political, but I don't give a shit.
Yeah, nobody
go crazy.
The idea is America is a melting pot.
Yeah.
In any case, the people who do celebrate Cinco de Mayo, it's more of like a Hispanic culture appreciation sort of deal.
Yeah. So go ahead. Go crazy.
St. Patrick's.
Oh yeah.
Oh yes, this is a good one.
Oh well, I wanted to practice. I wanted to practice the drawing
poses.
Hands, yeah.
Hands, yes.
Rainbows.
I love all this stuff, and the characters the characters are fantastic. I do. I have a tendency to walk myself around in circles when talking about stuff.
No, that's fine. I'm glad you like it. I'm glad to hear it. But I'm always surprised to hear it because I have a bit of the imposter syndrome going on all the time.
Singing that beautiful melody, my. Lord Anchors, I suddenly have a craving for fish. What you mean, literally?
That bitch will eat your ass. She just wanted her ass eaten,
Love it.
That was also made for Mary May. Asset practice, that's right.
Asset practice. There you go.
But yeah, this was made for Mary May. The Mary May is like this little thing that art Twitter does, where every day you draw a mermaid, and I was like, well, every day of May, draw a mermaid? Nah. I'm just gonna make a comic.
Just make a comic and upload it.
Yeah.
Work on the comic every day of May. There you go.
That would be better. I do work on the comic every day, but it takes me like 2 days to make a page. So
A page every 2 days is not that bad for an independent work because you also do all the writing, the formatting, you market it
right,
yourself.
yeah,
You
and
do
then
everything
I
yourself.
yeah, and I take care of my dogs, and and I'm learning how to tattoo.
Are you going to get a tattoo of your characters?
Oh, pretty much, I suppose, yeah.
When
Well, when I get good enough.
I get good enough. I just I had this image of like those bad uh, tattoos of celebrities that people get, but it's of
Yeah,
your
I want to avoid
characters,
that.
so they're like off centered and
I want to avoid that if possible.
so like it's like that Bugman. It's like Bugman's head, but it's like one of those popsicles of characters.
Oh yeah, the SpongeBob packs,
The
cursed
SpongeBob and the
popsicle.
Sonic.
Yeah.
They're like half melted.
Oh, poor guys.
This is one of my favorite little gags you did. Just
Oh, yeah. Every April 1st, I come up with a little joke.
normal lines, yo. Just Proxy's just so happy to be there.
Everyone's so happy to be Cal Arts now.
Yeah. So we talked a little bit about the plans earlier. What you want to do. There's obviously going to be a fight with Satan at some point. We got the alien invaders. Is there any other villains you're thinking of adding?
Oh yeah. Uh, so well, it's a bit of a spoiler, but well, Ultron, right? Or Ultron.
Yeah.
So I'm basically going to parody Ultron, but it's going to be this woman android that Dean creates for no particular reason. And
No reason at all.
no reason. But it kind of obviously it backfires, and I also want to sort of uh, take the opportunity to laugh at AI a little bit.
Everybody's freaking out about AI.
Yeah, man, that's why I'm learning how to tattoo, because I'm like, oh, I'm gonna be out of a job soon.
I don't know. I don't know if I want to get into a topic about AI
No,
art because
that's
that could
fine.
be
Yeah,
that's a big conversation. I know Space
really
Chunk in the
big.
audience has very strong opinions about that.
Look, I don't know to make things really just to get it out there. Like, I don't think we can stop it, and that's fine. I'm going to continue drawing because I like to, and that's it.
Uh, just my thought about it is normies are going to get bored with it within like
Mm.
5 months
Well, yeah, you're
because
right. I can see that.
that's how most people always are. They're going to be like, "Oh, this is cool," and then they're going to forget that it's a thing that exists.
They're gonna drop it. Yeah, I didn't that happen to the music AI?
Yeah,
Oh, true.
all that is, and then maybe like it gets like brief resurgence here or there. I'm more worried about corporate work using it.
Yeah, yeah,
The
definitely.
independent market, I'm not as worried about it. We'll get people in independence who do it, and some of them will do it sort of well? Question mark.
Well, we'll
And then
see.
there's obviously going to always be the person who just like slaps it, takes whatever the first result is, put it in. It's like done. I did it,
I did
and like
it.
nothing matches, and it's so obvious. Like
Right.
it's,
Yeah, yeah. But yeah,
as
basically.
it stands right now, a lot of people who use AI art. They're like using a tool that's half built, from what I'm
Right.
seeing.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. I just felt I feel a little sad for the people who are really 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 professional and whose work is like taken as a sort of what would you
Years.
say? Yeah, yeah, years, and then these AIs take their jobs and put it on a blender, and it's like, okay, here it is, this piece of artwork in the style of this human artist, and you're like, well, okay, it's in the style, but
You put no effort into it.
yeah, yeah, it's like, well,
The
and I
computer
feel
did
bad for
all the
them.
work.
Yeah, and I feel really really bad for them, because imagine if they don't, if they no longer get hired by game studios or movie studios, which I guess there's not a lot of work anyways.
Yeah. And then people are like, oh, it's just a tool. And it's like, yeah, but this is a tool that's straight up a replacement.
Yeah, I mean,
It's not
yeah,
like how it was with like digital art. People saying digital art is going to replace traditional art. No, that's just the tools making it skipping a step of
right,
uploading
yeah,
and
yeah.
scanning.
They're comparing a hammer to a bulldozer.
Yeah, I don't think that argument's true. I also don't think AI art is going to get as extreme as a lot of other things people say. I don't like it, and it's definitely going to be more of a corporate thing than most stuff.
Right.
I don't think the average everyday person is going to do it.
Yeah, no, and maybe we'll get the usual sort of virtue signal. In this case, I would appreciate the virtue signal of, we're a company that hires human artists instead
I
of.
think that's going to be a good virtue signal until AI gains sentient and we reach singularity. Then that's
Yeah,
going to raise a whole lot of ethical questions.
right. Yeah, but the problem is also like, well, you have to you have to replace jobs at the same rate as the economy kind of matches, right? The
Yeah,
economy and the governments have to match, because if you're just losing jobs, and the if the technology is going way ahead of the economy, then
there's also a whole sort. It's a complicated topic.
right. Yeah, and so I'm kind of going to laugh, mock a little bit, take it as a base to have a little fun, because Dean creates this robot, this android, to sort of to replace, I guess, well,
People.
no, no, not to replace people, but he creates this robot to have it take care of him, right? Take care of his needs, of
He
every
wants a
need,
mom, basically.
basically. And so this robot starts replicating and becomes the mom of everyone in the city.
Uh oh. Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh, I've seen this. I've seen this idea before. It did not end well.
And so it starts off really well. It starts off nice, but then they stop you from smoking, from drinking, from
Smoking, drinking,
yeah,
jaywalking.
jaywalking, eating anything unhealthy,
That's gonna.
touching animals,
I'm sorry. I'm just fascinated with the crime of jaywalking.
cursing. Like you can't curse.
Cursing.
Yeah.
You have to go to church. You're an AI.
Well, no, not church, because it's a secular kind of. It's a scientific thing, but
Scientology is true.
Oh,
The idea was used in Super Friends.
oh,
God.
really? Oh, I didn't know. I swear to God.
Oh,
I'll look for it, and I'll change things accordingly.
I don't know why, but the thought of the robot from the Jetsons is now exactly what I'm thinking of. It's just
Well, kind of, kind of.
kind of. So that's kind of like Proxy's sort of villain. We got. Is everybody going to have like a villain, or is it just what we got?
Um, yeah, no, the plan is to sort of develop everyone, to have them shine, right?
Yeah.
To have them change a little bit, even though that's a bit of a double-edged sword when it comes to comedy, right? Because their flaws are what drives the comedy. But I want to develop them anyways.
That's why so many sitcoms are about just absolutely awful, horrible people
Yeah, exactly.
because it's funny to see them get into trouble.
Yeah, that's what I appreciated about Seinfeld, is that nobody really changes, and they're all bad people. Well, flawed people, not exactly
Oh,
terrible.
Kramer's an awful person.
Obviously, yeah, but he doesn't notice, right?
It's just odd because as a kid, whenever Seinfeld come on, I thought Kramer was cool. But
He
now as
is
an
cool.
adult and I'm looking at it, it's like, oh my god, Kramer would scam me 8 ways to Sunday. Just,
Well, it all depends, right? Because he's kind of terrible to Jerry, but he's good to other people.
Kramer's heart's in the right place sometimes. Why aren't
Yeah,
you wearing the
sometimes.
pin? I don't want to wear the pin. Why aren't you wearing the pin?
Oh my god, that episode was prophetic, man. I can't believe it. The Puerto Rican gay bullies. That's funny, man. That's so prophetic.
It's like they knew.
It's so weird.
Seinfeld is fantastic.
Oh man, I love it. I've watched it like 3 times, like back to back, while I work on my comic. It also works because of the New York reference. I get some reference here and there. But yeah,
Uh, let's see here. God, the comic is lovely. Well, is there any rejected ideas? Like, what was some of the heroes that you ended up rejecting, or anything
oh,
like that?
I mean, I've had like two, three. I've had three false starts with this comic, but they're all basically the same characters from before. Um, I guess the one that changed uh, the most was the design of Demoness changed a lot.
Yeah. When I was like googling to get art for the thumbnail, I noticed that there was it looked like some sort of beta
Right.
or pre-test of the comic
Yeah.
in the Google images. Those things still float around occasionally.
Oh man. I mean,
The pain
I
in
don't.
your voice. Just like, oh, yay.
Yeah, no, I had the first chapter. Yeah, I made the first chapter, then the second, and a third one. Yeah, that's not like connected. And then by that point, I got better at drawing, and so that the the third one from the old timeline, the latest chapter didn't look anything like the first, so I just rebooted everything.
Just rebooted everything.
Yeah, basically. That's why I've started this one on 2019.
And it's gone well.
Well, it surprises me, like I said.
Hey, sometimes you get an idea that just clicks.
I guess. But also shout out to Sitch and Adam and to the their Discord and their community because I got a lot of patrons from there, a lot of friends.
Oh yeah, Cincinnati. They're
Yeah,
great guys.
yeah, yeah.
I'm not a big fan of political content, but I like them.
I've fallen out of political content myself as well, but I've always appreciated
Yeah.
them for giving me a place in the showing off my fan art.
So you bring up I brought up the old stuff, and because this comic makes fun of like superhero tropes and everything, is there a chance of like a multiverse where they meet their
Oh,
old rejected versions of themselves?
oh, yeah, that's a good idea.
It's going in a notebook of big ideas.
I'll think about it. But there
Think
is a
about
mini
it.
comic that deals with multiverses. It's called Omniverse of Obfuscation. I don't know if you wanna show it.
Oh yeah. Let's see here. Omniverse of let's see here. Into the Omniverse of
Right.
Obfuscation,
Yeah.
which is obviously a joke of Spider Into the Spider Verse,
Multiverse of Madness,
Multiverse
basically.
of Madness. Uh, there's been a rift in the fabric of space and time. Now alternate realities will converge with our own. So be ready for anything.
They weren't ready for it.
It's hot in this reality, huh? You are not ready. Gender bend version.
That's dimension 063, I believe.
063. I love it. She is just all for it.
Yeah, she's horny on Maine.
It's gonna be a good day for her. It's just
Pretty much.
so. With that, it looks like we're about out of time for this episode. Is there any thing you want to say before we bring it to a close, David?
Oof, well, no, I mean just any. If you're considering becoming a patron, any dollar helps. Just even $1, because I live in Mexico, and so the dollar is king.
The dollar is king. I thought the cartel was king.
I mean, no, you're right. You're right.
And that was the last we ever heard of David.
Oh my God.
No.
Can I crash in your couch, Doctor?
You crash on my couch. I don't think we have enough room.
Oh shit.
You have to deal with the cat. She doesn't like people. Yeah, that's right. I'm talking about you, you little demon.
Oh, I have two of my own. I know my way around.
Oh no, we can't have that happen. She likes dogs. She
really?
hates cats.
I have 5 dogs.
I don't know what it is about my cat and other cats, but she hates them.
Well.
It's attack on sight sort of hate. I don't know what it is. It's probably because you were bullied because you were the runt of the litter, wasn't it?
Yeah, that makes sense.
But no, a stray cat walked up to our door, and we have a glass door. And a stray cat. Sometimes stray cats just walk up to our door and just peer inside because they're curious about what's going on indoors.
Right.
We live out in the country, so there's a lot of farm cats about and stuff. This cat walked up, and Jinkies was friendly with cats. She looked like when they walk up, they sniff at the glass door at each other. Right. When Jinky passed away, we got tag along. So that stray cat walks up. It was not expecting tag along. Tag along just charged the door, slammed up against it, hissing and howling and all sorts of stuff. Like, I woke up in the middle of the night, like, what was that?
Whoa.
You're a little monster, aren't you, you little cutie face?
I'm picturing you running, on your undies with a shotgun.
Yeah. Something like that. I thought something had fell down.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, when you have cats, right? Like,
yeah, cats fell down. She knocked something down, but no, she just slammed up against the wall. I digress, though. So links are in the description down below, both to the Patreon and to the Tapas. Go sub, go follow, go support him on Patreon. And if you're curious about it, Smoke and Mirrors is down there too, so you should go give them a like and a follow.
Hell yeah. Great comic as well.
Oh yeah. It's a lot of fun. Very cute.
Wholesome.
All right, but that's going to do it from us. Thank you, David, for coming on and showing off your webcomic.
No, thanks. Thank you for having me.
Yes. And thank
I
you.
Wanted to say that.
I'm sorry.
I always wanted to say that,
And thank you to the wonderful chat for coming and checking it out. We love you. We respect you. You're good friends of mine.
Hell yeah.
And I love just getting out here to get to perform for you guys.
We'll see you.
Yep, we're going to be seeing you. Darn, I still don't have the exit. Okay. I'm looking for something. Here. All right, ignore the changes in the background.
Gentlemen, I wash my hands of this win.